Hi girls, look, just best of luck tomorrow on the exam. Okay, this video is just to run through a couple little bits. Okay, hopefully you've seen the Google Classroom, but this guy here, if you just click on that, and like if you want to learn how to do something there, now I've videos to a lot of the stuff, but I don't have everything. Okay, but like there is a lot of stuff here: transformation, geometry. Remember doing those translations, axial symmetry, central symmetry. And so on, different types of rotations there and stuff like that. But watch those videos if you need help with something. Okay, you can take it that there's definitely going to be examples of all of this. Okay, triangles going to come up in some way, polygons, how to construct a pentagon, a hexagon, an octagon, how to do them inside a circle, a hexagon on its point, an octagon in a square, things like that. You need to know how to do those. In regards to circles, how to find the center of a circle, think of it. Remember, I've always told you this: two chords bisect the chords. Okay, 2 points and circumference on the radius. Look at that one there, really important. Okay, so if they don't tell you where the center is, think of it this way, guys: you can never guess where the center of a circle is. You have to use the radius. They'll give you the radius, but they mightn't show you where the center is. So look at that guy there, that's quite helpful. Tangent to a circle, definitely going to be on it. Orthographic projection, look, you know this. I'll go into that in a second. Tangents, we've talked about tangents, internal, external, we did those. Okay, look at those kind of videos there if you need help. There's going to be an ellipse question, focal points, how to find the major axis maybe if you're only given, or maybe how to find the minor circle if you're given the major and the focal points. Tangent to an ellipse, remember tangent outside the curve as well. I'm hoping I do that in the video, I think I do. Parabola, oblique drawing, isometric drawing, developments, getting the true lengths and stuff, things like that, guys. Okay, translations and so on, and axonometric and perspective. Okay, there is quite a lot there. Now outside of this, look, I'm just going to run through the exam here quickly, really fast. Labeling is fine, but look at this, you're going to get something tomorrow. There's a really common question. You're going to be given a blank circle, find the center. You can't just guess the center and draw a square around it. Two chords, bisect the chords to find the center. Good sharp pencil, good sharp compass. Okay, there's going to be lots of quick stuff that needs to be done fast. Sketching, and like if you read the question here, showing the right a cylinder which has been created by revolving. Okay, it says here part 1, complete the sketch, so you have to sketch, but then part 2, apply appropriate shading or rendering. Means you have to shade it in or render it in. Okay, tick the box here, quite easy. Okay, this guy here, okay, is just colouring in 80%. This guy here, division of a line. If they tell you divide a line or something into 5 or 4 equal parts, you have to do division of a line. You can't just measure and guess it. You have to do division of a line, do a line out at a random angle, do your increments, and do sliding set squares. Please don't leave something like this out. Indexing. Okay, indexing. See it there? Labeling the points. Get the true length. Remember, how do we get the true length of line OA? So it's this line here. Rotate OA until it's horizontal, bring it up. A was down here, and then join it back to O, and you'll get the true length. Okay, little things like that. Orthographic projection is definitely going to be in the exam, guys. Okay, you know that for a fact. Always base your XY line kind of based off the height. Okay, so if the height here is 90, from here come down about maybe 110. Give yourself maybe 15-20 mil there at the top. Okay, put your XY line in, sort your views out. Arrow A is pointing to the left, elevation goes on the left. Arrow B pointing to the right. Arrow B here, plan underneath, 45-degree line, you know that. Alright, look, circles here. Don't assume that the length of the line here is this length. Don't assume it. Like it's radius 45, so maybe yes, start at the bottom, measure up 45, draw your circle, and then build it up. But like, you can't just guess the 35 here. What do we do with these? We did them a couple of weeks ago. 45 plus 35, so it's from here up 62, do a line left and right, and from the centre add 45 and 35, because that's their distance, add the radiuses, swing an arc to find your centre. They expect to see that. Do not guess. Okay, this is sketching. Freehand pictorial sketch. Pictorial means 3D. Okay, if they ask you to do a sketch of the elevation view, that means 2D. Okay, this one here, freehand sketch of the end view. So there we go, there's an example. Do a sketch of the end view, so just do the 2D view there. This guy here, look, tangents and a parabola in one question. This was at 45 degrees, oblique drawing, 45 degrees, and then we've seen those before, axonometric. Bit of development here, labels and so on, and then we have the ellipse question. Okay, I've given you out all those, guys, you should be well able. Okay, going to look at another one here. Look, there's another circle. The other stuff is labeling here. This is the one I was on about. Okay, it's like fit this ball inside here. You're given the radius because they tell you the size of it here. They don't tell you it over here. They tell you what it's meant to look like. So take the radius from here and then go to P, swing an arc. Go to Q, swing an arc. And where the two arcs intersect is going to be your center. Draw it in. Okay? This labeling, easy one here. This is enlargements. We've done those where you increase the size of it. Okay? I think I have videos there. I'll put some videos into the Google Classroom. That's an enlargement. That's a sketch. Freehand pictorial. So what does the 2D represent in the 3D? Parallel. Think of it. It has to be in proportion. It needs to look the right way in regards to this. Okay. So plan out your sketching there. Okay. This guy just increases in size. Development. Division of a line. Look, divided into 5 portions. And look what they say. Color shaded in. Parabola upside down. If this is heavied in here, heavy it in there as well. Okay. Orthographic projection, not going into that. There will be a true shape part in it. Look here, another circle question, another indexing question with the true length part again. So OC this time, pointing to the right, rotate it to get it up here. That was perspective axonometric there. Nice little question there. A little bit of a polygon question, hexagon inside of a circle. Okay. Ellipse question. Then we have another sketching one. Rendering, tick the boxes. Excuse me guys. This guy here, don't start at the top, start at the bottom because they give you the baseline at the bottom. What's the radius? Look, radius 45 on the outside. What's the radius of this guy? It's 25. Okay, you have to add 45 plus 55 to find the center of this guy, and it's going to be 55 from here, but you'll have to figure that out. Okay, you can't just guess the center. So that center is going to be 55 away from there. So with my compass, once I found this point at the bottom of the circle, I would swing an arc radius 55. From the center point here, I would add 45 and 55, which is 100. From here, I would swing 100. And where the 100 arc crosses the 55 arc is my center. And that's where you should get them to join. Join the two centers. It'll say show all points of contact. Join this center and this center. And you'll get a line that will go through where the point of contact is. You also have one here. Technically one there as well. Okay. Look, freehand pictorial sketch of the whistle. This is an enlargement. Increase the size of the goals. Okay. A to B has been increased to AB1. This will be point C. This is D. B to C is a vertical line, so B1 to C1 vertical, and extend A through C until you find a new position. Okay. There's a parabola. Freehand sketch of the elevation. So they've given you the arrow. This is a rotation guy. This is complete the elevation. We've done a few of these in class. Orthographic projection. Development. This one here, PF1 plus PF2 is equal to the major axis. That was the answer there. This one, look, division of a line, but just divided up in, literally it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 equal parts again. And there's another ellipse question. Okay. This one caught out a lot of people that year. It was just move the boxes from A until it hits the line. So move A until it hits the line LL1, but B will move along because it's just kind of like this. Go in the shops where you get the things that move along. This guy was just a rotation, axial symmetry, number of boxes, and then perspective. We've done a lot of these, and this was last year then. Look, once again, a circle. Okay. This one was tricky enough. It was just basically trying to add up. Okay, that'll be one I come back to at the end. It's only got a couple of marks. We've done these. Project out perpendicular. So your x1, y1, I'm not sure what angle it is there, but you go perpendicular with your set square. You project from the plan. Here's all the points, and you take the heights from the elevation. You're just getting a view of it, looking at it at an angle. Okay, which one is it there? That's fine. Easy. Enlargement again of this guy. Division of a line here again. Sketch. Pictorial sketch. You can see it's all the same stuff that's coming up. Orthographic projection. Freehand sketch of the elevation. 2D sketch. Okay, pick the right one. This was tricky now, to be fair. Just adding radiuses and things like that again. Okay. Perspective. Axial symmetry. A rotation. You can see the same stuff is coming up. Indexing. Okay, so they would have asked you to index the surfaces. A, B, C, D, E are all here, so they would have been along this line here once you finished off the view. Parabola, and then ellipse question. Okay, that's the junior cert, guys. All right, you need to go over all that stuff. Okay, and just the more you practice tonight, the better, guys. So look, I wish you the best of luck. I'll be in school tomorrow morning in relation to all this stuff here. Come to the staff room. I'll be in the staff room. If you need a T-square, if you need a compass, if you need a pencil, colouring pencils, set squares, you should have all that stuff there. You're meant to bring it all in, okay, but I did tell you if you want a better T-square, I have brand new ones that you can use for the exam and you'll have to return it after, okay? Best of luck, guys, and I'll see you in the morning. Please come to the staff room. That's where I'll be in the morning from 9 o'clock. Okay, see you guys, best of luck. How do I turn this off? Sorry.